Conway across at the Australian Stock Reporters live in our Melbourne studio. Chris, warm welcome to you. Let's stick with the retail theme. One of your preferred plays, and it's not one of the majors. Just talk us through Retail Food Group.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me. Yes, look, Retail Food Group is one of the stocks that we like for long-term investors. It has been beaten down since its March high of around $8. It's off around 40%. They have been on the acquisition trail. They bought up Gloria Jeans. They're integrating that business into their broader offering, and they've also bought some pizza plays as well, Pizza Capers and another brand. So look, they're building a strong base. They're building a strong network. They also have a strong coffee roasting division, which they sell to other retailers. We think they're reasonably well placed to take advantage of a turn higher in the market over the next 12 to 18 months.
Could it all come unstuck when they go beyond borders? They're looking at India with more than passing interest. They say they're going to launch there. The history of Australian corporates that have taken flight offshore and then fallen spectacularly from grace. What are the risks here?
Oh, look, the risks are significant, and they've obviously got to get not only the timing right, but also the way they roll out stores there. But look, another retailer that we like in the space, Premier Investments, continues to go from strength to strength. And one of the major planks of their offering is that they've just launched their Smiggle brand and are looking to expand aggressively in the UK. So it certainly can be done. But I definitely admit, Carson, the risks are significant, and they certainly have to get it right.
Yeah, just to clarify, they haven't just launched Smiggle, right? That has been the Smiggle story has been one with them for quite some time. You're saying they've taken that global in a different way.
Yeah, no, sorry. Look, I think they've got 8 Smiggle stores in the UK at the moment, but I think they wanted to expand it to some number like 200. So, yeah, look, you're right. They have been there for a while. I'm talking about the rapid expansion that they're looking at.
And Chris, they report obviously later this month. Would you be buying into that report? They're tracking down close to 3% today.
Yeah, most definitely. We expect a positive earnings surprise. I remember being on the show last reporting season and saying the same thing leading into their report. They jumped 10% on the day that they reported. We don't quite expect another 10% again on the day that they report, but we are expecting a positive earnings surprise. Obviously, the Smiggle brand, like I said, will be a key plank. We're expecting Peter Alexander locally to have performed well. There's some second half ABS clothing segment numbers which have shown positive growth, which should be supportive. So yeah, we definitely would be buyers of PNV heading into the results and expect a positive surprise.
Any thoughts about the relationship with Myer and, of course, Premier at these beaten down prices for Myer now? Does Solly Lew come in where others are fearing to tread and say, look, well, price-wise, I can see value longer term? Because ironically, their own shares, Morningstar's had them at fair value $11. They're technically above fair value even as we sit, even though they're weaker this session. So put that into context.
Yeah, look, Solly Lew is a very shrewd operator, and I'm sure he would be running the ruler over it. I don't know that he would want to take on the risk, though. Again, harking back to when Myer dropped their last results, and I remember Ingrid asking me, do I think that the retail model that Myer is employing is dead? And at the time I said, yes, I think absolutely it's dead. And today is another example of just why I think it's dead. The $600 million that they're going to pour into it, even if it does create some sort of new great stores, they're coming from so far behind the 8 ball and so far lower on the curve.
And so many more competitors as well.
Well, exactly right. And the other thing is, you know, as I've said numerous times on the show before, the Australian the Australian consumer these days is shrewd. They don't want to waste money, and when they do shop, they want to go into specialist stores. So I think the Myer model is dead. Could someone like Solly Lew turn it around? Well, like I said, he's such a shrewd operator that possibly he could, but I don't think he'd want to take the risk. His business that he's got at the moment is doing fantastically well, and he's probably better off just focusing on the things that are, you know, making him billions and billions of dollars.
So it's effectively, though, it underscores, though, does it not, that Premier is effectively a private entity that does happen to be listed, but is very illiquid. It's inching ever closer to saying what they did with DJs would make sound strategic sense. Delist, and go about your restructure, you know, outside the purview and the panic of markets.
Yeah, well, they've done it before. Obviously, Myer's been in private hands before and was launched back onto the market. Yeah, look, that's definitely one angle for them. I just don't know that it's capable of being turned around. Maybe I'm too much of a bear, maybe I'm too negative, but like I said, I really think the model is dead. I don't think it's capable of being resuscitated, and I think in 12 months' time, Myer's at 50 cents rather than $2.
Yeah, okay, we'll be watching that one. A lot of downgrades coming to that stock anyway today. Chris Conway, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, guys.